everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Very sleepy staff today. We had a big Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. How's everybody doing?
We had a lot of turkey and pie, but thanks to management for all of that. But
yeah, need a little coffee now.
Kick it off the season. Here's what's making news on this Tuesday. The suspect in the Waukesha holiday parade crash that killed 5 people is about to appear in court. We'll take a live look.
We have dramatic video of Darrell Brooks' actual arrest from doorbell video.
And if you were hoping to get rid of that mask this weekend, Dane County says you're going to have to wait.
And we'll talk to Dr. Jeff Potoff about that a little later this hour. But we begin today with live pictures from the Waukesha County Courthouse where 39-year-old Darrell Brooks is about to make his first court appearance.
He's charged with 5 counts of intentional homicide after he allegedly plowed his car through the Waukesha holiday parade on Sunday. He's facing possible life sentences. New court documents just filed in the last 15 minutes say officers have now identified 62 people who were injured, in addition to the 5 people who were killed. Those court documents say all 5 died from blunt force trauma. Our crew is streaming this appearance live on channel3000.com, and we'll have more information about what happens in the courtroom. Well, actually, let's listen in for a minute.
Via a Supreme Court order, we have one camera that's a pool camera. So that's all that we're doing here today. So please refrain from recording or videotaping this. So with that, if we could proceed. This is case number 21 CF 1848, State of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks. Matters tabbed to Judge Lau. Appearance by the state, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Sue Upper and Leslie Basie appearing for the State of Wisconsin.
Thank you. And for Mr. Brooks.
Darrell Brooks appears in person in custody with attorneys Anna Keyes and Jeremy Perry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. And we are here on a criminal complaint that's now been filed. Mr. Perry, will Mr. Brooks acknowledge that he has received a copy of that complaint, and will he waive its reading in open court here today?
We have received copies of the criminal complaint. We waive formal reading.
Thank you. It may at some point be relevant, but the address on the complaint is accurate.
That's right.
Thank you. And Mr. Brooks, I have reviewed a copy of this criminal complaint. I will find it does state probable cause as to each of the 5 charges before you. You're charged in count 1 with first-degree intentional homicide. That's a Class A felony, and that has a maximum possible penalty of being sentenced to imprisonment for life. That's for victim A. Count 2, first-degree intentional homicide regarding victim B, is a Class A felony. Again, the maximum possible sentence is a sentence to imprisonment for life. Count 3, first-degree intentional homicide regarding victim C, is again a Class A felony, and that's punishable by a sentence to imprisonment for life. Count 4, first-degree intentional homicide regarding victim D, again, is a Class A felony. That's punishable by a sentence to imprisonment for life. Lastly, count 5, first-degree intentional homicide regarding victim E, is a Class A felony. That is punishable by a sentence to imprisonment for life. As those are felonies, you're entitled to have counsel. You're entitled to have also a preliminary hearing. And I, again, have found probable cause to each of the 5 counts upon my review of the pleading. So we will turn to Attorney Opper for her bail recommendation.
Thank you, sir.
You're watching live coverage from the Waukesha County Courthouse where 39-year-old Darrell Johnson is charged with 5 counts of intentional homicide in that, I guess, massacre at the parade in Waukesha, the Christmas Day parade on Sunday.
As the hearing continues, you can watch it live on channel3000.com.
In the meantime, for the second straight night, lights representing hope and support will fill downtown Waukesha. This time, the Jewish community rallying around those victims.
They're lighting a huge menorah and encouraging everyone to commit to kindness. Our Brad Hamilton is at tonight's gathering, which is just getting started. Brad?
Yeah, 48 hours later, and this community is still coming together and grieving as one. As you can see, this event is just about to get underway. Tonight, the Jewish community of Waukesha is setting the menorah downtown in honor of those affected by Sunday's incident. We got a chance to speak earlier with Levi Steen, who helped put this event together. He says this is the first time in history a menorah will be located in Waukesha downtown, and we'll likely see this for years to come as a sign of unity and togetherness, as, like he said, no one here is ever going to forget Sunday night's tragedy, regardless of who you are. We're going to continue our live coverage from the event as it's just getting started. Speakers are expected to be kind of share their message tonight. We'll continue our coverage at 5 and 6. Reporting live in Waukesha, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Brad. We'll see you at 5. We're also learning today Brooks' arrest was caught on camera. A doorbell camera shows Brooks trying to find help and ultimately getting caught.
Our Brady Mallory joins us now to walk through that video. Brady?
Well, a lot of homeowners have a Ring doorbell so they can see who is on their front porch. Well, in this case, it appears to show Brooks on a front porch about a half mile from the parade route in Waukesha, just 20 minutes after the crash.
I'll call the Uber, and I'm supposed to be waiting for it over here, but I don't know when it's coming. Can you call it for me, please? I'm homeless.
The man who lives in the home, Daniel Ryder, who had no idea what had just happened, let a shoeless Brooks use his phone and even got him a coat and a sandwich. Ryder says the whole time, Brooks had Ryder's phone, which was getting the message "shelter in place." There's a suspect on the loose. Soon after, police arrived, shouting at Brooks, hands up, and then the words, "arrest him." You can even hear police ask Ryder, "Do you know this man?" Well, he quickly says, "No." Ryder says in a roundabout way, he may have actually helped the police by slowing Brooks down for 10 minutes. We have the entire 1.5-minute video posted right now on channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. As we sort through everything that led to that arrest, a lot of people are asking, why was Brooks free at all?
Our Naomi Coles is in the newsroom with more on that. Naomi?
It's really no secret at this point that Brooks has a long criminal history dating back to 1999. The Milwaukee County District Attorney has already said that $1,000 cash bail they set for him earlier this month was too low. So what's the right bail? Now, today, we already know it'll be far too high to likely pay. Any minute now, we could learn the bail that will be set for today, but there's no easy answer to what the right bail could have been before all this happened. And for some criminal law experts, they say this is why using cash bail isn't the answer for preventing new violent crime.
If you think someone's a danger to the community, then using a certain amount of cash bail on the theory that you will keep them incarcerated doesn't make a lot of sense, because people can simply buy their way out of jail. And we really should be having a conversation about pretrial detention that doesn't involve arbitrary amounts of cash bail.
In Wisconsin, a judge can deny pretrial release in the most serious crimes, but it's almost never done. Judges also cannot factor in any considerations of public danger or crime seriousness, only whether the bail is high enough to ensure a return to court. It's a system some say is broken, but the policies to fix it are far from easy or even widely agreed on. We'll get more into that at 6 o'clock.
We will see you at 6. Naomi, thank you. And we've heard of support for the Waukesha victims from all over the country. Today, Pope Francis offered prayers for the victims and their families. The Vatican says the Pope issued a telegram today assuring his spiritual closeness and prayers to the Waukesha community.
Let's take a look outside on this Tuesday. The sun was out. That helps a little bit. Still kind of chilly out there. Milder tomorrow, then cold turkey. Dana's in the backyard with at least no snow.
No snow, yes. We're overall staying pretty dry over the 10-day, but it is going to get colder as we look ahead to Thanksgiving Day, Thursday night, before a little warm up. First, a beautiful sunset right now, seeing that nice glow right along the horizon line with a pretty blue sky. This time of year, I love to be able to watch the sunset for us. 42 degrees right now in Madison. A pretty seasonable afternoon, but a bit breezy outside as wind speeds have generally been in the low teens for most of the day. A lot of sunshine coming through, some light high clouds for us in southern Wisconsin. Our Doppler track staying quiet. That's going to be the scene yet again for our Wednesday. Not expecting this forecast to switch up too much. 45 currently in Janesville and in Platteville, about 43 in Mineral Point and in Monroe right now. Temperatures for tomorrow afternoon in the low 50s. It will be milder, but a little more windy. Wind speeds about 15 to 25 miles per hour coming in from the southwest. So that milder air, again, surging in before we see the cool down for Thanksgiving Day. Slowdowns along the Beltline, especially on the eastbound side right now. I don't have any accidents popping up on my screen, but it does look like some pretty significant delays for us eastbound. Throughout southwestern Wisconsin, not seeing any accidents pop up right now, nor any major delays along the Beltline this evening. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, downtown to Sun Prairie. A little longer than usual, close to 21 minutes for us right now. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day. What's ahead for Turkey Day in just a few.
All right, Dana, looking forward to that. See you then. It'll be another holiday season with masks on for anyone in Dane County. Early this afternoon, Public Health extended its mask order into the new year.
We were fast approaching the end of its latest extension. Our McKenna Alexander joins us now. McKenna, what did Public Health tell you about the reasoning for extending the mask mandate?
PHMDC Director Janelle Heinrich said rising cases, especially among children, were the reasons behind this extension. The mask order was set to extend early Saturday morning, but emergency order number 5 pushes the end of the mandate to January 3rd. When it comes to a vaccination goal, Heinrich told me it's hard to pinpoint a percentage, saying the focus is getting newly eligible kids to a point where they're transmitting less of the virus, missing fewer days of school, and reaching a vaccination rate that helps drop Dane County's overall case count.
We all hoped that it would be our last mandate last time. Nobody wants to live under orders. I don't want to be issuing them for perpetuity's sake. And we also need to look at what's the kind of overall impact of what we're experiencing in the community.
To eliminate COVID in Dane County to get rid of a mask order, but we need to be in a spot where schools, hospitals, and public health can manage. Now, this new order is slightly different from previous requirements. Starting Saturday, people will be allowed to remove their masks inside if they're with people who are fully vaccinated. It also encourages everyone who's eligible to get a booster shot to get one as soon as possible.
McKenna, thank you. The trial over the murder of Ahmaud Arbery is now in the hands of a 12-person jury. Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan are charged with felony murder in the death of the 25-year-old Arbery. Lead prosecutor Linda Donikowski delivered the state's final rebuttal, arguing that all 3 defendants should be held accountable for Arbery's death.
Of course you're saying, but Linda, only one person had their finger on the trigger in this case, and that was Travis McMichael. Well, under the law in Georgia, it's as if they were all holding the gun together.
We feel very confident in the case that we put forward. We feel very confident in the evidence of Travis's innocence.
The defense maintains the men who suspected Arbery was responsible for breaking into a construction site were trying to make a citizen's arrest. The 3 defendants could face life in prison if convicted.
President Biden says he will do what needs to be done to reduce gas prices hours after announcing his plan to tap into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The president's poll numbers have taken a dive over concerns about inflation heading into the holidays. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, President Biden addressed the current state of the U.S. economy.
America has a lot to be proud of. We're experiencing the strongest economic recovery in the world.
The president has ordered the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to counter rising gas prices. It's part of a coordinated effort with other major energy-consuming nations.
While our combined actions will not solve the problem of high gas prices overnight, it will make a difference.
The announcement comes less than a week after the president asked the Federal Trade Commission to look into whether there is price gouging at the gas pumps.
Gas supply companies are paying less and making a lot more. And they do not seem to be passing that on to the consumers at the pump.
Critics claim the White House has helped drive up oil prices by cutting domestic production. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy tweeted, "Dear Mr. President, let us produce our own energy and create jobs right here at home."
The president's sending a message. We're going to take inflation seriously. We're going to get it under control. We're going to stop these spiraling increases of prices.
Democrats and the White House argue Senate passage of the president's social spending and climate bill, called the Build Back Better Act, will help slash inflation. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The Biden administration says 32 million barrels of the oil it is releasing will eventually be returned to the reserves in the years ahead. Well, still to come at 4, you're reminded all the time to buy local.
Well, we'll find out why that is more important than ever when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
What makes Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
Save on all appliances during the Black Friday sale at Grand Appliance. And get up to $1,000 in extra savings you won't find anywhere else. Save on popular brands like LG with this 27 cubic foot 4-door French door refrigerator for just $18.98. Or this 4-piece stainless steel kitchen package with convection range for just $23.47. Shop now at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Now lease America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer, for just $389 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
An official message from Medicare.
What's up?
Mary and I just compared Medicare plans.
Found one that's going to save us money all next year. Dang, I told you it was open enrollment.
Yes, you did. We use the plan finder at Medicare.gov.
Oh, I see what you mean. Makes it easier to compare health and prescription plans. They sure can change year to year.
Compare plans now at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Hey, honey, let's take a look. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Big news for heartburn sufferers. Introducing Zantac 360 Degrees with a new formula that has the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn. It works in as little as 15 minutes and lasts. New Zantac 360.
Well, you've heard it before each holiday season, buy local if you can.
Today, local businesses urged you to do so again this year. Dane Buy Local kicked off its 12th Shop Indoor Local campaign and Small Business Saturday at an event in Sun Prairie. The mayor was there, the president of the bank, and a number of local merchants all had the same message.
Those small businesses are working together to show their strength. It's an opportunity to show how they are distinctively different from any other sort of big box stores that are out there.
Well, the tech rout continues on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 194 points, ending the day at 35,813. The tech-heavy NASDAQ dropped another 79 points, but the S&P 500 was up 7. 64% of Americans suffer holiday blues.
And more kids and teenagers are seeking mental health services, especially in the winter.
There are ways to mitigate this. Joining us now is the president and chief medical officer of Bend Health, a mental health service for kids, teens, and families, psychiatrist Monica Roots. Monica, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Dr. Roots. Good to see you.
So great to see you. Thanks for having me.
So what are some tips for fighting off the holiday blues?
There are many ways that we can do this, and a lot is actually being very family focused. So parents can do a lot to help their kids and teens. If we're thinking about kids, the first piece is routine. Especially around the time of the holidays, bedtimes might start to be a little bit off, or meal times. The best that you can, if you can keep a kid's routine as close as possible to what they're used to, that'll help a lot. And then when it comes to teens, involve them. Respect that they probably want to spend a little bit of time with their friends. So schedule that in so they can have their own friend celebrations, yet it's not really impeding on the family traditions.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then, of course, remember that time is a family.
Do you think electronics are playing a role in depression and anxiety with kids and teenagers?
Well, for one, they're very distracting. If we think about a cell phone or maybe an Apple Watch, it's a little like a slot machine at Vegas. It's constantly priming you to look at it. And what happens? You kind of lose a focus on the people around you and what might be happening and start to get a bit more disengaged. So I usually think of Thanksgiving and meal times as an opportunity to take an electronic holiday. Try to put them in another room, silence them, even the Apple Watch. I'm going to say it again, because that buzzing really can distract you. So it's really an opportunity to be there, to focus on each other, and really enjoy each other's company.
How do you do that, though? Kids are so reluctant to give up their phones.
And the irony is the phone's probably on their list.
Yeah, that's true.
So true. I think thinking about it as explaining to them the purpose. Asking them, hey, just 20 minutes, can we put it in the other part of the room? I want to hear about you. How's your life? How's your day? Seem very interested. Many times we are so busy with our hustle and bustle of the day that even teens and kids think, I don't know if they really even care, because they're on their phone when I'm trying to talk to them. So scheduling that time in, 20 minutes that you're going to spend a meal together, no electronics, to really focus on each other and really hear what people are wanting to do is a really an appropriate time. And I always like to play at the table Roses and Thorns, where everybody goes around and says one thing that they're really happy or grateful for that happened that day, and one thorn that's maybe something that they can try to change. See it as an opportunity for the thing that maybe didn't work out so well to really be an opportunity for change and improvement.
Especially now with Thanksgiving, you can talk about things you're thankful for, too.
And it doesn't hurt to reach out for help if you need it. And that's where you come in.
Yes, at Ben's Health, we are here to really help teens, kids, but really a family experience. We can help with mental health techniques. We can also help with parenting. So if you have a young kid who doesn't want to sleep in their own bed by themselves, we can help there too. But we can help all the way up through kids who may be having depression or anxiety or a trauma experience. We're really here to help and really bring that family unit together as best as we can.
It's all done online. That's great. You can learn more about Monica's website at bendhealth.com. It's free for the first month and 50% off thereafter. And I guess you got a promo code also, 48 hours for a little discount there.
Doctor, great to see you. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
For you too. Thanks so much.
Thanks for your time. Well, there's more at 4. It's music's biggest night, the Grammys.
The nominees for the 64th Grammys were announced today. We'll tell you who received the most nods coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
These two men are standing outside of this car in China when a massive icicle, flew down like a missile, crashing right through the windshield. The icicle falls off the building from 15 floors up. This used to happen at the TV station with the tower. The ice used to fall off the TV tower. Thankfully, the driver is outside of the car, or this could have potentially been a lot worse. The property management company for the building accepts some blame for the incident and agreed to pay 80% of the car's repair costs.
That could kill you.
Yes, it could.
Dane is over here now because yesterday we were talking about old toys.
Yes, this is one of those continuing
we
on.
were talking about Legos, and then Mark said he always had an erector set.
I didn't have Legos. This is not mine. This is Mike Van Susteren. But right here it says, "Hello, boys."
Hello, boys. What year was this? 1948?
Mike thinks it's 1957. Look at all the stuff you can build.
Yeah, girls were not allowed, apparently, to do.
This is the Ferris wheel, famous.
The Ferris wheel is the famous one?
This has a motor in it, electric motor.
So unlike Legos, these are metal pieces.
And you have to screw them together, right?
Yeah, and you can never sell this today because look at this choking hazard.
I know. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I just stuck to more like Lincoln Logs and
not to mention it's about 20 pounds.
Yeah, it is incredibly heavy.
It would be a lot. It would be expensive to ship to somebody.
Could you imagine some kid just carrying that around instead of? But you actually made some of this, correct?
I made a Ferris wheel.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
The Ferris wheel was the popular one.
You have to have an 8.5 sets. There's different size sets. So this is an 8.5.
You are like a little kid on Christmas.
But they go, they have like 6.5 for people at 3.5.
That smells old. That book smells like dust.
I think it's really cool. I wonder, why did they stop making them?
Well, look at it.
Well, I know, but I think it's great.
Because if I threw a Lego at my brother or sister, it wouldn't cause as much damage if I would have picked up one of those things. And
look at how excited he is.
He's very excited.
I love that. Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
That's interesting.
All right,
this is cool, though. This is cool. I'm glad that we were able to show it off and bring one in.
You learned something, Dana.
I did. I learned something. I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know.
You feel how heavy this is.
I know. I just, A small child is not carrying that around. There's no way.
So there you go.
Dad got involved in this one.
Trip down memory lane. So cold turkey.
Cold turkey, not tomorrow, but Thanksgiving Day. That's when the cold is really going to start to build back in for us.
Good cooking weather.
Exactly. If you have to stand outside around the, boiler or the grease, whatever you're doing the turkey in.
That deep fryer thing?
Deep fryer, yeah, in the garage.
As the garage catches on fire?
We'll be back.
Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Now, get a 2021 Escape, Edge, or EcoSport with 0% financing for 60 months, plus 1,000 retail bonus cash.
You know what's frustrating? Searching for and enrolling into a Medicare health plan online. Scrolling and scrolling, page after page. Eventually, you feel overwhelmed and in too deep. Come up for air and visit with your local Informed Choice Insurance agent. We'll gladly show you your best Medicare plan options based on your medical needs and budget. This Medicare annual enrollment period, let Informed Choice Insurance Agency get you properly covered for 2022. Call us today.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
It's Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021. We've got the fixtures, tools, and know-how to get your bathroom project finished. Whether you prefer a traditional style, something modern, or a bold and contemporary flair, we've got you covered. With our huge selection of quality brands in a variety of styles and finishes, you'll create the perfect bathroom for your home. Plus, save 11% on everything now during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021.
Save big money at Menards. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We want to bring you back to that breaking news that we first brought you at the top of the hour as Darrell Brooks appears in court.
We've just learned that a sixth person who is a child has died as a result from their injuries from being hit by a car at the Waukesha Christmas Parade. And prosecutors say they intend to file a sixth homicide charge against Brooks. Prosecutors have asked for Brooks to be held on a $5 million cash bond. New court documents filed just before the hearing started describe what Waukesha police, what they saw during that parade.
One officer said Brooks, quote, appeared to be intentionally moving side to side, striking multiple people, end quote. Another said, quote, it was clear this was an intentional act to strike and hurt as many people as possible. The judge in that hearing spent a considerable amount of time going through Brooks' criminal history. Of course, we still don't know what the motive for this tragedy is. We'll have to wait and see as more details on that emerge, but we'll have more coming up next hour on News 3 Now at 5.
A bad story just gets worse. All right, Dana's here with the weather.
Right now, our forecast sitting in a consistently quiet trend for us and staying dry all the way through the weekend and into the start of next week. Now, here's a live look over Platteville right now with our Queen Bee Radio Skycam. A really nice sunset yet again. Can't get enough of these really beautiful sunsets with the color right along the horizon line. A beautiful sky over Madison as well. Nothing on the ground right now, though. Some leaves still holding on barely to our trees, but things overall staying dry and still green for our ground cover. As we look ahead to Wednesday, it won't feel like the end of November. We're expecting high temperatures in the low 50s for Wednesday afternoon. A cooler trend expected once we get through Wednesday. High temperatures will pull back quite a bit to the low 30s for Thanksgiving Day and for Friday, and dry weather stretching all the way through the weekend and into next week. Right now, a breeze coming in from the south. Temperatures overnight staying quite mild. We won't even fall below freezing to start off the day for Wednesday, in the upper 30s early on in the morning. In the afternoon, high temperatures will be in the low 50s. Notice, though, this shift in wind direction from the south through the afternoon on Wednesday, but starting to pull in from the northwest as we look ahead to early Thursday morning. Cooler air will build in for early Thursday morning. There's a slight chance to maybe see an isolated flurry or two swirling around early Thursday with that cloud coverage. But through the afternoon, our cloud coverage will clear out. Skies will become partly sunny for Thanksgiving Day in the afternoon. High temperatures holding pretty steady, close to freezing throughout the day, with a cooler trend building in overnight into Friday morning. Still trending below average for our precipitation. That dry spell anchored in for much of the Midwest and eastern half of the country. Nobody's seeing any large systems building in for us right now. It's good news for travel, but it is staying a little dry outside. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow. High temperatures will be in the lower 50s. It is going to be windy outside, though, with wind speeds about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So wind gusts at times could easily creep up closer to 40 miles per hour. Still breezy outside for Thanksgiving Day Thursday. Cool for Thursday and Friday. By Saturday and Sunday this weekend, we're back close to 40 degrees, so a bit of a rebound for our temperatures, and it will stay pretty seasonable for the start of next week. As we look ahead to next week, we're already creeping into December for the end of that forecast, and our next opportunity for any sort of moisture doesn't build in towards the end of next week, so it is a very dry stretch. Good news as we get all of our Christmas decorations out and start that transition, but we are expecting again that dry spell to really anchor in and continue for most of next week. Now, I know Susan already has her Christmas decorations up. I have to wait until Friday. I've got to get through Thanksgiving first. I'm one of those people. Mark?
Yep.
Oh, Mark's definitely.
I agree.
We'll get through Thanksgiving and then we'll start Christmas.
But it's smart to do it early to get them out at least.
You get them out, and Susan doesn't have any concerns about the cold weather coming up because she's already got hers ready to go. But
my whole street is already lit.
Yeah, there's a lot of houses.
There's a lot of houses, and I'm not shaming anybody for putting theirs out. I do like seeing the Christmas lights. It does bring a nice warm fuzz.
Yes,
he is shaming people.
I'm not shaming.
He is.
I'm not shaming. No, I'm not. All right, Dana, thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
Coming up next, a rundown of today's Grammy nominations.
And Epic Health had a food drive. See what they gave you in exchange for your donation. That's coming up at 5.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
Shop the Black Friday sale at Grand Appliance for deals like this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This GE convection gas range with air fry for just $8.48. Or this Samsung 28 cubic foot French door for just $14.98. That's not all. Save up to $1,000 more exclusively at Grand Appliance with select purchases of our most popular brands. Don't miss this sale at Grand Appliance. Appliance experts since 1930.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Get a $25 Panera gift card when you test rest a Tempur-Pedic mattress in any of our stores. Right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Ergo Smart Base sets. The Tempur-Ergo Smart Base automatically adjusts your position while you sleep to help reduce snoring and help you get the best night's sleep. Test rest a Tempur-Pedic and have lunch on us. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
News 3 now has continuing coverage of the tragedy in Waukesha. Tonight at 5, we'll have details on the suspect's initial appearance in court, plus some dramatic video of his arrest.
Temperatures are on their way up and should top the 50-degree mark on Wednesday, but another shot of cold weather will sweep in just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. My forecast at 5.
And then at 6, analyzing bail conditions for the suspect's past offenses. Should Daryl Brooks still have been behind bars? We'll investigate tonight at 6.
Dana was talking about the sunsets.
No need to go to the Bahamas. You can just...
Well, ice looks like it's forming.
Wow, that is so beautiful.
Yeah,
that's something to be thankful for.
Well, the nominations are up for the 64th Grammy Awards.
A diverse field of artists received nods after the Recording Academy made major changes in the nominations process.
Anthony Pura has more from the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles.
Don't know why, but I feel like jazz musician Jon Batiste leads the pack with 11 Grammy nominations, including Album and Record of the Year. Justin Bieber, Her, and Doja Cat are close behind with 8 nods apiece. And Billie Eilish and newcomer Olivia Rodrigo each received 7 nominations.
Announcing nominations is a celebration of excellence, of hope, of possibility, and anticipation.
18-year-old Rodrigo was also nominated for Best New Artist.
Everybody's talking about Olivia Rodrigo. It's her year.
Nominees for the Grammys' biggest prize, Album of the Year, are Batiste, Bieber, Eilish, Doja Cat, Her, Rodrigo, Lil Nas X, Kanye West, Taylor Swift, and Tony Bennett with Lady Gaga. The Weeknd even received 3 nominations for working on compilations with other artists, despite insisting he would boycott the Grammys. He was shut out last year and accused the Recording Academy of corruption. The Recording Academy responded by changing its nomination process by eliminating anonymous selection committees, allowing more people to weigh in.
For the first time in 30 years, today's nominations will have been decided solely by our voting membership.
The Weeknd snub, which was hands down the biggest snub in Grammy history, played a very large role in doing away with the secret committees.
The Recording Academy also expanded and diversified its membership by inviting 2,700 new artists. And starting this year, 10 nominees instead of 8 will vie for the Grammy's most prestigious awards, including Record, Album, and Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. The 64th Grammy Awards airs live January 31st on CBS. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
There's a lot of new talent out there.
Yes, that's right.
Doja Cat. You know her?
No, but I think it is Olivia Rodrigo's year. She's had a big year.
Yeah, she has.
We'll see.
All right, there's more to come at 4 with the holidays right around the corner. The number of COVID cases continues to climb in some parts of the country, including here in southern Wisconsin.
UW Health Dr. Jeff Potoff is with us with all the latest COVID developments. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Building game changers one swing at a time. Ashlyn, tell us the mission of First Tee and what the overall goal is.
So we are a youth development organization that focuses on teaching valuable life skills as well as an academic remediation piece. So there's 150 chapters. We're one of 5 that have an academic component, and we really focus here on what's important to us here in Madison, which is closing that opportunity gap and helping our kiddos right here in Dane County.
And core values, I know, is a big deal, and that's something that is not only talked about here practicing the game of golf, but also in the classroom.
Definitely. So one of the the most important core values that we see our kids display is confidence. They come in and they're very hesitant, they're scared, and you just work with them throughout that 12 weeks, and then you see them blossom. They're raising their hand, they want to stand up, they want to share, they want to show you what they've learned, and that is so exciting.
Does this inspire you right now? Tell us why people should give.
People should give because you never know where your $1 will make a difference, and First Tee is so much more than golf. We have many stories, but we are here working together with our community to close that opportunity gap.
FirstTeeSCW.org, right? Ashlyn, thank you.
It was my mom who wanted me to try new things. I think I started in 3rd grade. As a former participant in First Tee, I now want to give back and help other kids like me learning how to read and play golf at the same time.
Please give to the First Tee. We greatly appreciate all that you do to help our kids become better people and live better lives.
From Cherokee Country Club, I'm Emmy Fink.
And your buzz is Madison.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on Ford F-150. See your local Ford dealer today.
What makes Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
As we look ahead on our traffic conditions right now, unfortunately, seeing some delays eastbound along the Beltline, stretching all the way from 151 through Monona. Picks up a little bit once we get closer to the interstate, but eastbound really congested. I feel like a lot of people are heading home probably for the last time today before the holiday weekend. Throughout southwestern Wisconsin, no major delays. Rock County looks pretty smooth right now for Janesville and north and southbound 39 and 90. 25 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville right now. 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City. The drive from downtown to Sun Prairie, improving a bit, closer to 19 minutes right now. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. A man fishing with his family in Florida got a bit of a surprise. When reeling in his catch, the video shows Chad Reisman bringing a shark to shore when a bald eagle swoops down and snatches it away. Reisman says the eagle stayed around for the family for about 20 minutes while it ate the shark on the beach. Better luck next time, Chad.
Yeah, thanks for the assist, says the eagle.
Well, the Thanksgiving holiday is just a couple of days away, and people are already on the move to visit relatives.
A different story from last year when the pandemic kept family reunions to a minimum. UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, is back with us with some thoughts on this year's celebration. Welcome back. Good to see you, Dr. Potoff.
Good to see you, too.
Happy Thanksgiving. But first, we have to get your thoughts on the mask mandate in Dane County being extended.
Right. I think last week we talked about whether they would extend or not, and initially with that downward trend, I think they, said likely they wouldn't have to, and then, as soon as they said that, cases started to go back up. And now it probably does make sense for just a little bit longer, especially as we wait for those younger kids to get vaccinated. They're not fully vaccinated yet. To keep those masks on for just a little bit longer, especially in those public spaces. Hopefully this is the last time.
But the criticism is you can drive 20 minutes from here and be out of Dane County, and there's no mandates.
I think that's true, and a lot of people will say, well, why does Dane County need a mandate? It has, the highest vaccination rate, the lowest case rate, like what's going on? And the real answer is that Dane County is doing so well because we have taken these steps, not because we haven't. So I think if we want to continue to see Dane County feel a little bit safer, keep people a little bit safer, these kind of interventions are helpful.
The extension of the mandate has a caveat that you can take your mask off when you're indoors if you're in a space where you know that everyone is is vaccinated. But the problem is, how do you know if everyone is vaccinated, unless you're with your immediate family?
Yeah, I think that's the million-dollar question. If you're a business, I suppose you could check vaccination status at the door, and then you'd know everyone's vaccinated. But even though from the science aspect, that is a safer environment, everyone vaccinated, I just don't know how you actually operationalize that in different venues.
So the thought is now that the initial vaccines are like 90–95% of efficacy at first, but now 6 months down the road, they're losing some strength.
Yeah, Delta kind of foiled this for us. So before Delta, we saw high rates of immunity. It persisted. And then with Delta, we saw it drop. And then as folks' vaccines aged, got to that 6 to 8 month, we started to see more and more breakthrough infections in the fully vaccinated. Now, these folks don't typically get very ill. They're less likely to get real ill. But, they could spread the disease. Certainly, they could have some mild symptoms. And that efficacy goes from 90% to maybe high 60s, low 70%. Now, you get the booster, and pretty quickly after that, you back up to that 90%. And what we don't know is now, does that hold for a long time, or will we need to get boosters on some sort of annual basis?
Well, you mentioned that cases are going up, and actually the numbers are pretty sobering. In the last 3 weeks, the rate of disease in the community has nearly doubled, and the rate among children is at an all-time high right now. Is that just what's going on?
Well, I think our children are the most susceptible group right now. They haven't, until recently, had an opportunity to be vaccinated. So with this last surge, we saw kids involved. Now with the most recent surge, we still see those kids involved. To the point now in the U.S., COVID-19 is the 6th leading cause of death for our 5 to 11-year-olds, which is pretty crazy for a disease that I think we think for the most part is less severe in kids. That's true, but it doesn't mean kids aren't affected. So good idea to give these kids a chance to get fully vaccinated and then take away some of these precautions.
And your advice for Thanksgiving and travel?
I think, if you're fully vaccinated, your family's fully vaccinated, your risk is so much lower than folks who are unvaccinated. You can have pretty normal Thanksgiving. If you're unvaccinated, unfortunately, it's really similar to last year. You should be masked. You might want to think about postponing it virtual. If you're going to have that gathering, keep people apart, especially if they're eating with that mask off. There's just too much risk there.
And the definition for fully vaccinated is just the 2 shots or 1 J&J.
For right now, CDC is saying the 2 shots of the mRNAs, the 1 of Johnson & Johnson. I think if we go a few more months forward, you may start to see that change to the 3-dose regimen.
So if you get your booster shot, is this something we're going to have to do every 6 months?
We'll have to see. So with some viruses like hepatitis B, you get 3 and you're good. That durability kind of shores up. With others like flu, you need that booster every year. I think it remains to be seen. If you push me on it, I think it's going to be more like a yearly booster, but it's possible with this 3rd dose that immunity holds.
It's still new. I mean, we're only 20 months into this thing.
Yeah, I think we know so much more than we did before. We've got so much data on safety, efficacy, what works, that doesn't work. But it's still, in the grand scheme of diseases, pretty new. It's only been with us for like 20, 24 months.
And now everyone is eligible for a booster if you're over 18.
Right. If you've gotten a shot and you're over 18 and it's been 6 months, get that booster.
All right.
All right.
I have. Happy Thanksgiving, Doctor. We'll see you next week.
Doctor.
See you next
Good
week.
to see you.
You have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Swipe for your roll playback. 3, 2, 1. Roll playback.
Vitense Golfland Golf Suites. Practice in a golf range in comfort year-round. Enjoy the practice and entertainment experience with friendly VIP grill and bar service, heated tee areas, comfortable overhead heated seating, music, and HD TVs. Only at Vitense Golfland.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here, new Aspirin Arthritis. Huh. Full prescription. prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods.
Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Asper Cream.
Vitens Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The Vitens Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
Tonight at 5, News 3 Now has continuing coverage of the tragedy in Waukesha. We'll be there at a community rally for the victims. Also, we have some dramatic video of the suspect's arrest. Join us on News 3 Now at 5.
She's on a mission.
Just watch her. She is a fire pistol.
Leading her fighters in the battle of their lives.
Come on, Joel, let's go.
Charlotte Deleste introduces you to a fitness trainer giving hope to people fighting a terrible disease. Wednesday on News 3 Now at 6.
For your Wednesday, if you thought today wasn't mild enough, we're going to climb up just a little bit more. It really won't feel like the end of November. Highs in the low 50s. And then we cool down yet again. Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, and for Friday, highs will be in the lower 30s. And dry weather expected, stretching really throughout the long-range forecast. In fact, in our 6 to 10-day outlook, and then as we switch this, our 8 to 14-day outlook, nope. If it doesn't want to load. Otherwise, no rain in the forecast for us, guys. It will be mostly cloudy tomorrow. Again, high temperatures in the low 50s for us for your Wednesday.
Oh, not bad for the end of November.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dana.
Thanks,
Tomorrow
Dana.
here on Live Before, CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg has some holiday travel tips.
And Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here. She'll be on the backyard patio, ready to take your plant questions live. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on Ford F-150. See your local Ford dealer today.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
In today's Final Touch, a stamp so rare it's drawing comparisons to the Mona Lisa.
And now you can own part of it. The world's most famous and valuable stamp, the 1C Magenta, has gone on display at Stanley Gibbons' flagship store in London. The rare stamp merchant bought it earlier this year for $8.3 million. What's extraordinary about this stamp is that there's literally only one of them has ever been found, this one. Now members of the public can buy parts of it through fractional ownership, with the stamp stamp being figuratively split into 80,000 pieces. Each piece costs $178. As of this afternoon, there were 29,831 pieces left. If you buy 250 of them for about $45,000, you get a private viewing of the stamp with the Stanley Gibbons expert. That's a lot of stamp. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.